Welcome back to City Skylines, part 2 of following the metro station around, following the metro services around. So the train's just coming to the end of the line, which is currently at the Franklin station, and then it will make its way back to the city centre. So we're at the end of the line, and what I'll do is I'll come out of first person view and find a train that's closer towards the city centre, and we'll just do a quick run through there. And we've just found a train making our way back. It seems the Metro Overhaul mod's still playing up a little bit and having trains deployed. We've only got 3 of the 12 going, so I'll just need to check back to see what's going on, causing all the upsets. But as we're making our way to Watson Heights and the Metropolitan Centre, then the city centre, you can just see the other side of the network. And yes, I have to use the overhaul move it mod to iron out a bit of a roller coaster stuff there, because it's like whee. So we're coming into a platform station that has platforms on the side, but nothing in the middle. This can be used for 2 purposes: 1, to allow express trains to run by, or 2, empty services to start their service up at the city centre, so they're not held back by a standard train. You will also notice that we go into 4 tracks from here as well, which means you can run multiple lines on the same run of tracks without having congestion problems. So we're just waiting for the green light, and away we can go again. And so when you have Metro that requires a lot of trains, we'll also just sped the game up slightly a bit, so we are going a bit quicker. You've got the 4 tracks now available, which has been a great addition from the Metro Overhaul mod team. So we're just making our way down to the city centre, and you can see the 4 station platform coming up. And over we go. And that concludes that for now. The city centre is still technically under construction, so that's just a case of a train just having to dead run itself and then turn around. Also done in the build last night was the laying down of the ore industry. So basically how the industry's DLC works is, first thing you've got to do is find what's available, so in this case ore. Then you've got to go to your zone. Then you've got to put down your industrial zone district, so the game recognizes it. Then ore industry. That's also for the zonable buildings. Then we head over, and then we start. So the first thing you start with is the main building, which then tells the industrial district what zone it's going to be. Then you lay down your barracks. Then you lay down your ore maintenance building. So in which case we can see here, here, and here. Next up is the extraction. Now, the Industrials DLC was never built on realism, so please don't comment on the fact that the swing loaders and the bucket cranes are looking completely wrong. It's a given, but it's more for just the mechanics of it rather than the animations rather than realism. So you can go from small, medium, large, the undergrounds, and out to sea. So in this case we have a medium, and a small. Next up after that is the initial, we'll go just straight into here. Next up is the processing buildings. I'll go into the storage in a minute, because you do need to store. So we've got the ore, which produces metals, glass, which produces glass, metals again, glass. So you can see all here. Whoop! If you just heard that, that's Dominic, my son, who's just rolling around. He's just learning to crawl. So you might hear him calling out quite a bit. And then after that you have your storage buildings. And then I've got a custom one over here if I'm ever working a coal-fired plant. So in this case, the ore is stored here, which just irons out the peaks and troughs, ready for it to go here. Then we've got the warehouses, which, sorry, it's the metro. I'm going to have to fix up the metro later, which just store all the either intermediary products, or if you've got a final goods product, unique factory goods, which then go out to the commercial places, like this one here. This is probably going to be a case that I've got a bus lane in the road, so I'm just going to drop that over to normal and just delete cars out of it so the trucks can at least get down it. I'll deal with that in a second. So that's the industries at work. Now, for the end products, you have these here. So in this case, we can build a steel plant, just using what we've got available at the moment. And a lemonade factory. So I will put those unique plants in at a later date. But that's how the Industries DLC works, along with the industrial roads. Of course, you've got the cargo station available to move things across. Yep, you can see them working. I'll just come down to first person mode for you so you can see what it looks like from ground level. And of course you've got the pollution there until the Eden project's built. There they all go, going to work, doing their thing. And you can see the city down in the back. Now I just need to do one other thing first. Okay, it looks like we've got a bit of a problem with the subway there, which I'll work out offline at a later time. So with that, we come down to part 3, or technically part 4, and we look at the 2 new areas that I've built.